So Arjun sir, this section is called Crick Bhuka Memory Board. I'll show you some pictures which are part of your memory. I've taken them from Instagram. And you just react to these pictures, tell them what happened at that point of time. Is there a story? Here's the first picture.
This was very candid. We were just talking, not posing at all.
Really? This looks like a post picture, by the way.
No, it looks so candid.
Really?
This was one of our girls' birthdays. We were cutting a cake, and I think that father had a really nice phone camera. He said, "I'll take good pictures. You see." And we said, "Okay, you take." He showed us one or two, and then we started acting as if.
It's
Yeah.
candid.
Yeah, but I always got told off saying you don't even know how to act properly. So, yeah, I think it shows.
But the picture is nice.
It's a beautiful picture.
It's a beautiful picture, right?
This was, can't remember the year, but usually in the auction we are in the, sitting in the gallery. But towards the end of the auction where we had, I think, bought 23 out of the 24 that were allowed or something. So Manoj and whoever else was there, they went. So Jake and I said, come, let's go and sit on the table. And they were kind enough to allow us to bid. And I think the player we bid for was Dushmanta Chamira. He never turned up because he got injured.
Okay. That wasn't a great start for you now.
In my bidding career.
Okay.
Yeah, this was this year, WPL after winning. We had 3 nice girls in the RCB team. So it was kind of a special feeling.
So this is Pratyusha K, right?
Yeah, Pratyusha K was the backup wicketkeeper. Obviously, Shreyanka and Arundhati played a big part in RCB winning. So it was a special feeling to have 3 girls win the WPL.
Tell me a little more about that feeling. Just don't say special feeling. What was that feeling?
I mean, firstly, when all 3 of them were in RCB itself was kind of good because only Kanika missed out. The 4th girl who was in the
Kanika
WPL.
Ahuja.
Yeah. So even if she was also in RCB, it would have been a dream come true.
She was in RCB before.
Initially,
Now,
yeah.
This time she was
in Gujarat. But, I don't know. I mean, the win felt, especially because it was the second time Shreyas coming back from injury.
Yeah.
Aru had played 3 finals, had not won a final.
From DC.
From, being with DC. And Pratyusha just getting into it for the first time. And she had just got the news that she was dropped from the Karnataka team.
Okay.
So, for all 3 of them, this was a special trophy. And for me to just be lucky enough to hold that trophy, being an RCB fan from 2008, to, have the privilege of holding that trophy with the girls.
But I thought you were a Rajasthan Royal fan.
Nah, never. I worked for RR, but I was always an RCB fan.
So, RCB spy in RR. Okay.
One of the happiest nights of my life, I think. When I did my master's in England, we had to do these mock interviews and stuff like that. So in one of the interviews, they asked, what's the happiest moment of your life? And I said, April 2nd, 2011. They asked, what did you do? What was happening? What was the big thing? And I said, India won the World Cup. And, there was obviously a foreigner. Oh, you were part of it. I said, no, I was watching. I was watching. But when MS Dhoni hit that 6, that, I don't know, it just felt so special because I had never experienced. I mean, 2007 T20 World Cup happened, but a 50-over World Cup is a 50-over World Cup, isn't it?
And do you remember Ravi Shastri's
Of course, Dhoni finishes off in style, a magnificent hit into the stands. That's an Indian captain who's been absolutely magnificent in the night of the final.
Wow. I think those words are forever etched in our memory along with the picture for sure.
Warne, I mean, growing up, Shane Warne was Rahul Dravid was my favorite cricketer, but Shane Warne was probably a very close second. Like, I wanted to be like Shane Warne.
So you were what kind of you were a
I was a batter who bowls off spin.
Okay.
My batting was very Rahul Dravid like. I would take forever to score 50 runs.
Okay.
But personality on the field was more Shane Warne. Like, I'd pick fights.
Okay.
I'd sledge. I'd fight with the umpire.
So is the Indian Nagara Gunda personality of Rahul Dravid?
Kind of, but a little more, I think, getting under their skin type.
But tell us a bit more about this experience that you had.
When Shane Warne was there with RR, I had told everyone, he was there for a couple of months, and I was like, these 2 months, I'm just going to be shadowing him like a puppy. I'm just going to be doing whatever he does, wherever he goes. I'm just going to be behind him. And he was quite quite a chill guy as well. He really took me under his wing, and discussing cricket with him, just the way he approached the game was so different to normal. See, I mean, he was 10 years ahead of his time, I think. Just for example, in the power play, he would at that time say 6 overs, and normally team meetings were about, let's try and get 50. You say 50, let's try and get 75, 80, 90 in the power play, and then if you don't get, it's fine, but let's try bigger. So he was a complete freak, and the way he read the game, a lot of it felt like absurd to many people, but there was method to his madness, I felt.
Nice.
Oh, gee. This was in that with Rahul Dravid was in Chinnaswamy Stadium. The guy next to me is my school coach, Gulam sir.
Okay.
So he was in St. Joseph's. Obviously, Rahul's from Joseph's as well. So when Rahul was in school, Gulam sir also was there in some capacity. So he knew how big a fan of Rahul I was. So he said, "Come, I'll take you to meet him." And I think this was the first time I ever met Rahul. And then Gulam sir again took me to Raichur. He said there was an exhibition game, so where Rahul Dravid, Ganguly, everyone played, and then he took me to the game, and I got to meet Yuvraj Singh and Kaif. I think this was, I can't remember if
these look like it's taken inside a house.
Inside a room. I think it's in their hotel room.
Hotel room. Okay,
Yeah.
the hotel rooms look like house from that time.
I can't remember if this was before NatWest or after NatWest, but it's around that time.
NatWest was also like a anchoring
Yeah, it
here
was
for a lot of us fans, and the
started
team.
believing that we
Yeah,
can chase and win
chase.
finals. Yeah. This was in Dubai, and on the day there was an event at the Dubai Expo, and these other guys are like, I did host a couple of podcasts for them, and they said, "You did a really good job. Can you host a live event?" I said, "I've never done it in my life. I can't host a live event. I mean, that too with people watching. You know how these MCs create energy, and I said, I am not that." They said, "No, please, we don't have anyone." This was the bio bubble also, right? So you couldn't get outsiders and stuff like that. I said, "Okay, give it to me. Let's see what is there. Can't be that difficult." And I think I did a fairly decent job.
So as of now, by now, I think we are clear that you are one of those generalist kind of personality, right? You are okay taking a lot of different skills in.
I enjoy challenges. I think I enjoy doing different things, especially if it's around cricket. If you told me to host a dance show, I wouldn't have been able to do that for sure. But with these guys, I obviously know them so well, so I knew how I could, and they were all comfortable with me. So I knew how I could get answers out of them, or
Are you
entertain the
comfortable with
crowd.
me today?
Now I am, yeah, I am. If you come and bowl, I'll be even more comfortable.
For sure, for sure. Okay.
This was in Calcutta. I think we lost the eliminator or whatever it was called that time. I think this was after that, and this was an end of season
Photo?
selfie.
Really?
I remember, right? Yeah. I know we all look happy. I don't know why. But
I maybe I would want to refresh your memory. It looks like it is one of those when you actually are going to the playoffs.
I don't think this was
Huh?
that,
Is it
because
not
I remember we lost in Eden. I think this, looking at the dressing room, this looks like Eden.
Okay.
I think this was after because we qualified from nowhere.
Okay, that's
for
why you guys
this.
are happy.
Yeah, I think we qualified from nowhere. We needed a couple of results to go our way. And I remember we were all watching Mumbai versus someone together, and Rahane and I were playing TT, and the game was going well. As soon as we stopped playing TT, it didn't go in our way. So Rahane said, just said, "Come back, let's start playing TT again." I think we played TT for about half an hour, just rallying and watching the game, just tuck, 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 tuck. And we won, whatever, the result went our way, and then we all went out for a nice celebratory dinner in Jaipur. That was one of the most fun nights ever, because just everyone was so happy, and it was a special evening that. And this was definitely the game where I think it was after we lost, or maybe it was from training, I don't know, but it was definitely at the Eden.
Okay. That's it.